Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fahad Khan. So on Monday's video we talked about what's going on in the world, and I talked about like what I was taught. And beginning of every video, I'm gonna do a little recap talking about like what we talked in the last video, or if it's a vlog, like I won't do anything. But every video I'm gonna do a quote of the video and referring back to like what we talked about last video. So this quote for this video is treat others how you want to be treated. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like I said before, I talked about the Black Lives Matter movement and what's going on in the world about it, and what should we do and how we treat other people. So this is very important quote that relates to last video, and this doesn't mean that we should stop this movement. We should keep doing. We should keep supporting this movement until everyone is treated equally, no matter what race, skin color, ethnicity, culture, religion they're in, because we're all human beings. So this video is something new that I want to start, and it's called Topic Talk. Topic Talk is going to be about where I talk about a certain topic for 20 minutes and what I've learned through it, and about like how the different prophets went through it, like Moses, Jesus, Abraham, Solomon, David, Ezekiel, and all the rest that there are. Peace be upon all of them went through. And yeah, and why I'm choosing it, I'll say why I chose this, So let's begin. So this video's topic talk is about importance of parents. And the reason why I say that is because parents are usually taken granted of, yet they're biggest blessing in our lives, because we wouldn't be here without our parents. And so we should be always respectful of them no matter what happens, and take great care of them like they took great care of us, and to help raise us to who we are today and who we will be one day. So let's begin. Hey Siri, put a timer for 20 minutes. Okay, so in the Quran, in chapter 17, verse 23, it says that, and God has not decreed but to worship none but Him, and to be dutiful to your parents. If one or both of them reaches old age, do not shout or like say oof or be disrespectful to them, but instead treat them in the terms of honor. The reason why this says, because like I said before, our parents are our biggest blessing. They help us who we are and who we will be one day, and they gave birth to us, and that's why we're all here. So every day we should just say like, I love you mom, I love you dad, or whoever we have in our life that have helped us become who we are. So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam grew up without his father to begin with, because his father passed away when Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was in his mother's womb. When at the age of 6, he saw his mother pass away in front of his eyes due to an illness that she got. So Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam grew up as an orphan. And you might be saying, well, he had 6 years. No, he didn't. He actually had 2, and the reason for that is because since Makkah had the Kaaba, and people would come and worship it, because at that time there are idols and people would worship idols. So people around the world would come and go go to Mecca and worship the idols in the Kaaba and trade basically. So there would be numerous diseases or everything going on, which wasn't great for babies. So some people would come up with make contracts with the families that have children, and these women would raise up the babies for 2 years and then get paid for doing that. So the woman Halima Sadiya came to Mecca and she took Prophet Muhammad and raised him for 2 years. And in those 2 years, she realized how much barakah and uh, barakah meaning blessing that she got from raising Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. And then when the 2 years were up, she went and gave back Rasul, but she asked the mother of Rasul, Amar to take Rasul for another 2 years, no contract, no payment, just because she wants to, because she liked having Rasulullah and the barakah and the blessing she was getting. So she did, and then after the 2 years were up again, after the next 2 years were up, she came and gave back, but she gave it a bit early before the 2 years ended up because during that time, Prophet Muhammad's heart was purified. Angel Jibril came and cut Rasul's chest, made the Rasul's chest open up and washed his heart in Zamzam holy water. And then she was scared, so she went back and said, and then the mother of Rasul asked, like, why do you want to give him back? Like, you wanted to keep him for 2 years. And it hasn't been time yet, but she's like, no, it's nothing. So she was hiding the real reason, what actually happened. And Ahmed said, if you thought that was the devil that would open his chest, it wasn't. Because from when I was pregnant with him, I got a glad tidings that this will be a prophet of Allah, God basically. That so she knows nothing bad will happen to him, like the devil can't touch him, and all that. And Rasul went through his life without his parents, so he grew up with his grandfather until the age of 8, and then he lost his grandfather also. But then he was raised in his uncle's house, Abu Talib, and given that Rasul's father Abdullah was the youngest son in his family, but he had 11 brothers. Of Abdul Muttalib, he had 11 sons, and the youngest one was Abdullah. And Abdullah and Abu Talib were brothers from the same mother, so that's why Abdul Muttalib trusted Abu Talib with Rasulullah and said, love him like he is your son and never let him feel any less than that. And that's what Abu Talib did and raised Rasulullah. And the and during the time of Rasulullah, there was a man and a woman that lost their child while traveling, and then Rasulullah helped them find him, and they found him, and the father was gonna go back into Makkah and shout like, "Oh, I found my son! I found my son!" But then Rasulullah stopped him like while they're coming back and said, "Don't say you found your son, because then how you're gonna make the orphans of Makkah feel bad that this kid has his father and we don't have our parents or father." And then Rasulullah said, "Oh, I found his son, the man's son's name," and he went into that. So it's really important to show what it means to some words. And Rasulullah said, whoever takes in an orphan and raise them good, on the day of judgment in Jannah, you and I will be like this, like two fingers. That's how close we'll be. Because Rasulullah was an orphan and he was raised up and everything. And there's a story during the time of uh, Umar al-Khattab that there's a man that that came from Yemen and he had his mother on his back. And they made tawaf around the Kaaba and then he went to Umar radiallahu anh saying, Ya, ya Umar bin Khattab, have I um, have I fulfilled the duties to my mother what she had done for me? Because back then there weren't cars or anything. You would travel in the desert through like camel or walking. And Yemen from Mecca is like really far and it would take a really long time to have her on your back and make the tawaf 7 times around the Kaaba and carry her and bring her to Mecca is a very long time. So he says, O Umar bin Khattab, have I fulfilled the duties that I owe my mother? He said that you have not even fulfilled one contraction of what she went through while she had you. And the reason why is that because your mother goes through a lot of things when you're pregnant with her. It's like the cholesterol, the weight, and then the body aches and everything else, and the weakness. So it's showing us that no matter what we do in our lives, we can never repay our parents. No matter what we do, like, it's just amazing how we have our parents and we usually take granted of them instead of being like respectful and being thankful for them because they're our biggest blessing. And there's a so after a person dies, we usually say their deeds die, but there's something called Sadqat al Jariya, which means like deeds from the until the hereafter. So these deeds are special. So these apply like in some basic levels. So one of them is if you leave a child that prays for you, and whatever they've learned and they teach it to others, it'll go back to them multiplied and go back to you, the parents, and then it'll go to their parents who taught them, and etc. To whoever taught them first, and however they learned. So that's amazing. Others are like say if you purchase a brick for a school or a masjid and then or buy books or Qurans or whatever you help, and people good are doing like good stuff, spreading knowledge and wisdom. So every time the kids spread those knowledge and wisdom, that one brick or whatever you help with the construction, whatever they learn in that building, they pass it on. Each kid that goes from generation to generation till that school is there, until it's tore down one day or something. You'll keep getting the blessings even after you die. And the other one is if you plant a tree and it provides shade or protection, and you'll keep getting the blessings. Like say if it's apple tree and animals eat from that tree. So you're basically feeding another life, and then you get blessings for that until the day that that tree is cut down or dies. That's when the deeds stop coming, and there's much more different examples of like how Sadqatul Jariya will work or is, and that'll be something later I might talk about. So back to like what the importance of our parents. So when Abraham No, let's go back to so when Moses was a baby, his mother gave him up because during the time when Moses was born in Egypt, it was at the time where, like, years ago, the Pharaoh had a vision that a child would be born from the children of Israel, and they'll bring you down. They'll, like, take away your kingdom and everything, and you will be left with nothing. And the Pharaoh was scared of that. So on this year, like, each odd year, they would kill the babies and feed them to the alligators, the newborn babies that are born that year, and kill them. And Moses was born on the year that was the odd year, and Allah said to Moses' mother, put him in the basket, put him in the Nile's river, and trust Allah. And she did, and Moses got away and he survived. But that where that river led him to was the Pharaoh's palace, and and the wife of Pharaoh took in the baby, and the Pharaoh was like, no, we should kill him and all of that because he was scared that what if this child might be it, but he didn't know at the time. So he put the baby through a test. And so he put a stack of gold coins and all, and then um, and a pile of coal. So he had to choose if he won to the gold, he would kill him, and then if he went to the coal, he would live. So that's why Moses would always stutter from his words because Moses was originally going towards the gold, but then the angel Gabriel Jibreel came and moved the hand and pushed him towards the coal, and he put the coal in his mouth and burned his tongue. That's why he stutters his words, and it shows like how Moses grew up without his parents and what he went through and like what did it do for him. He saved the children of Israel and they fast on that day, and so do the Muslims to recognize like, oh, this is the day of the children of Israel. We're free from the tyranny of Pharaoh, and Abraham is when Abraham was little, he was a prophet. He was already given prophethood at a young age, and his father used to make idols, and his father. So Abraham knew that what idol worshiping was, it wasn't right. It wasn't real because you're making something and you're worshiping it that you made from your own hands, so it was pointless. And they're thinking that thing provides them food when it was just a piece of clay that was molded. And when Abraham said that to his father, and as the time went on, Abraham kept saying like, "Oh, these are fake. These are X, Y, and Z, and all of that." Till the point where it came out. So one night was a festive night where they would go worship the idols and then celebrate the night. Abraham said that, "Oh, I'm feeling sick," and he said like not saying like I'm sick of what you're doing. He said I'm sick. So they thought it was like, oh, like he's ill. And when everyone left the village, Abraham went and broke all the idols except for the big one, and put the axe around his neck. Um, and then when everyone came back, they asked like, and they saw what happened to the idols. They said, "Who did this? Who would do something like so dishonorable and all this to our idols?" And then they realized that they didn't see Abraham at the festives, and so they called him and they said, "Did you do this to our gods?" He said, "No, the big one did it." look, he had the axe around him. They said, how can he do it? He can't move, he can't hear, he can't see. And then Abraham said, Abraham said, started laughing. And he said, and the people asked, why are you laughing? Are you making fun of us? He said, no, I'm not making fun of you. You're making fun of yourself. You said that you said that they can't hear, they can't see, they can't move, yet you worship them. And then pride came in, and they said, no, if our ancestors, if we're wrong, then our ancestors were wrong, and then X, Y, and Z. And then they said, no, we should kill him. And so they made a big fire to throw Abraham in, and during that point, Abraham's father said, if you speak one more word against them, I'll stone you myself to death. And that's very hard to believe, a father saying that to his own son, that I'll stone you down to death myself, which is unbelievable. And and, and eventually, when they launched Abraham into the fire, and when Abraham came out, the he didn't burn. He came out walking without a graze, a burn on his body, and the people were shocked. And yeah, there's more and more stories where they're about parents and the importance of them and what they do for us. And it's just amazing how we take the biggest advantage. We think that they just are there just to give us whatever we want, no matter how much we want it. They're supposed to give it to us, but no, we 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 go over the fact that they gave birth to us, they had us, and that they raised us up to be who we are and to be really successful in life, to be good in life, and have a nice living and to have a nice life. Yet we take yet we don't take them as a blessing. We usually take them as an advantage, and it's the worst thing. Okay, so 20 minutes are up. So just to wrap this up, be thankful for your parents because they are your biggest blessing in life. Treat them with great respect. Say I love you every day to them because you don't know if they're gonna be here tomorrow or tonight or wake up in the morning. Just be thankful for them. Say, oh mom, dad, I love you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for whatever you gave me. And everything. And if you guys would like for this series to continue, for the Topic Talk series to continue, give this a big thumbs up. Give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe. Share this with your family and friends. Comment down what was your favorite part in the comment section below and what you thought about this video. And turn on your notifications so you guys know when the videos come out. And I upload them every Monday and Friday. And as always, I'm wearing my Good Vibes hoodie. This is another hoodie. The last one was white and gold. This one is blue and white. And yeah, this is one of my favorite hoodies. As always, good vibes only. Show kindness to everyone. Treat others how you want to be treated. And stay safe, stay healthy.